Hey, hey.
Hello and welcome to GMSONIC. How's it going, everybody?
Oh man, just another big week on the network.
Yeah, it just occurred to me it's actually good afternoon Sonic right now.
Yeah, on the East Coast. I don't know. We're probably it doesn't quite have the ring of GMSONIC, but it could work. GM Noon Sonic. Yeah, I don't know. That could work.
Miumiu. Let's pull Miumiu up, dude. Miumiu, how are you doing today?
Hi.
Hey.
I guess I could have done that with more aplomb, dude. I should have done more build up.
I had a drum roll. I had like drum roll audio ready to go.
Yeah, let's give the audio a little spot time.
You got the drum roll ready?
I actually don't, but
oh my god.
Wait. There you go. That works. That does it.
Welcome to Miumiu. Guys, giving you some love here. We're going to be diving even more deeply into the Sonic ecosystem, I think, is kind of what we're getting at. So we pulled in a pro, right? That's the plan here, guys.
Yes.
I'm ready to bring in some divine feminine energy to this show.
It's about time. Yeah, we really do need it, especially in the comments. We just we got to soften it up a little bit,
Dude, or spice it up a little bit.
Or spice it up. Exactly. That's awesome. Well, yeah, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Yeah, Zorg says he no longer has to be the feminine energy here. So congrats on that, Zorg.
Yeah, some big shoes filled there, Miumiu.
Sorry for taking your hat.
Yeah, no, he's Zorg, you've done a great job filling in while we waited for this, but yeah. So great to have you here. Great to have another host and also somebody just very knowledgeable about crypto and, of course, Sonic. So, yeah, excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Let's just jump right into the agenda.
That's right.
So what we've got for you guys today, we're doing charts, we're doing macro, we're doing Sonic, and then we're doing ecosystem. So let's get started with the charts. ETH BTC, what do we got, dude? Are we going to heaven or are we going to hell, Drac? Are you long or are you short?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. We got other media here. There we go. All right. Well, the news of the day, obviously, is that Ethereum tapped $4,000. A lot of people have been waiting for this day. It's finally here. Ethereum's not at all-time high, but it's on the path, right? I think all-time high is like 45, 46 or something. Let's see if I can go back far enough.
Too damn high. Whatever it is, it's too damn high.
Yeah, let me put it on the weekly. I want to say, yeah, like 48. A wick to 48. So not all-time high yet, but it's on the way. It's gaining steam. And we've said many times on the show, we don't really know if this cycle is going to perform to what we're accustomed to, where Bitcoin rips, kind of chills out, then Ethereum rips, and after Ethereum rips, that's when we're supposed to get alt season. So we don't really know if this is going to play out the same as it has in the past, but it's hard to not at least be hopeful and happy that Ethereum's back in the 4,000 range. There's no way it cannot benefit us somehow.
I'm sure we could come up with some kind of story where it would not benefit us, but I kind of think you're right that I don't know. I feel like it's going to be the same, but like slightly different, where like it's not going to be a similar flow where it's this typical waterfall where it's just like Bitcoin, ETH, alts. I think what we're seeing is like ETF action, and maybe this is just a flight of the moment feeling, but it seems to me like what we're going to see is Ethereum, and then the alts that manage to secure an ETF might get a bump.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. DeFi says, I think we are in for longer cycles, and I tend to kind of agree with that. We've said this on the show before as well, where the cycles could be longer, as in like we maybe now because of ETFs and everything else, I would be surprised to see it play out how it has, where we make all-time highs and then everything retraces like 50, 60, 70%, and alts do like 80, 90%. Because honestly, I don't know if that will ever happen with Bitcoin again with this ETF era. I don't know if we ever see a 60%, 50% Bitcoin retrace ever again. So yeah, I can see the cycle. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying I could see the cycles being like longer in that regard, because we haven't had like a big, every time the alts have gone off, it's been like a pop. Like we have like a good 4, 5, 6 weeks, and then alts kind of settle or retrace or whatever. So
yeah, I think fair enough. We're in for some turbulence going forward. Choppier cycles, longer cycles. Everyone's agreeing here. Stinky says longer cycles, also choppier cycles, since the macro and political are affecting markets a lot. I think there's something to that for sure. We're very unstable right now. The tariff thing is still going on. I don't know if you have saw. I think China's got like 38% average tariffs across everything, but he's talking about pushing it up to like 150. So yeah, it's crazy right now. We're in macro wise, it's insane, but also I think the fundamentals have changed for a significant portion of the market. So fundamentally, the cycles can't be the same. That's just my thesis. And as you guys all know, I lose money every single day. So take that with a grain of salt.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Control here says BTC dominance aiming for 51%. And yeah, you know, it's no secret that I've always been kind of obsessed with the dominance chart. You know, I just don't know if it's going to be the same, because it's like, can Bitcoin dominance actually go that low now? Can it? Is it even possible? You know, we're having Ethereum rip today, and Bitcoin's still at 62% dominance. I would love nothing more than to see it drop down to like at least 59 or 58 or something. I'd say if we get out of 60% range, prepare for action. But it just seems like it's just not budging.
Can you guys imagine what that would look like if Bitcoin dominance hit 51% and like what that is? Ripple would be $20, dude.
Get ready for that.
The entire Uber industry would collapse, dude. Classic joke.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I mean, let's pull back up Ethereum again real quick, because yeah, I mean, it is climbing up dominance here. Like dominance is down to what, like 61% or something?
Yeah, it's down. Well, yeah, it's down to 62, somewhere around there. Yeah. Let me put this on the daily again.
God, Miumiu, do you know? Look at that. You see that red bar right in the middle, right before like the big climb up, where it taps down below 2,000. That's when I lost all of my Ethereum. Can you believe it? That's the exact moment that I lost it all. And then after that, it was up only every single day. Isn't that awesome?
Only.
Oh, man.
Well, I don't want to bring it up, but actually I sold most of my Ethereum around 33.
Hey, all right. Well, you know, we talked about this on the show too, where it was like, you know, you can always count on the Ethereum Foundation to sell the top. Hence, we're already out of 4K range. But there was a trade that I always was comfortable. I was like, basically, you would have to wait sometimes. But, you know, anytime Ethereum dips under 2K or gets down to low 2K, it's pretty safe to like, you know, scoop them up and, you know, get rid of it when you go back to 3 something, you know. So, yeah, congrats on that. I'm guessing
for a little bit, I was just like, I don't know if I still have faith for ETH, because it was staying in the 2 zone for way too long. And then suddenly the whole traditional market type of adoptions, like capital market, ETF, Pike, all type of deals, there are the new innovations, new terms coming out, and like they started to play really strong and have a whole bulk of funds to just keep doing the things, leveraging on what they're doing. And I don't know how long that will sustain though. Like even Vitalik yesterday pointed out that the leverage might be too high, and they are not sure, like he himself is not sure if this is a sustainable act. So we can be more reasonable here.
Yeah. And I mean, that kind of brings us to one of the topics we were going to discuss in terms of like people and their faith in Ethereum. there was this clip about with Tom Lee basically saying that, Ethereum's had no downtime, and that is like what Wall Street cares about, and therefore Ethereum will be the chain that Wall Street's going to build on. And I thought it was kind of like a crazy, like Tom Lee usually makes some good points here and there, but I thought that it was kind of like a crazy point because Ethereum has the highest gas. So I don't know if that means that, people that are purely focused on the bottom line and your assets performing and your investments performing are going to actually want to build on top of Ethereum at this level. That could change. They have a ton of, Vitalik's laid out plans that, I mean, if they do all the changes they're talking about doing in the next 5 years or whatever, Ethereum supposedly will have, gas something like Solana, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Maybe in our lifetime, but I just don't see it anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, can we play this video? It's pretty short from him.
Yeah. Let me play the audio.
Ethereum's been kind of a dormant chain. People wanted faster networks or more novel ways to do essentially validation, but Ethereum's had zero downtime. That is what matters to Wall Street. Zero downtime in 10 years. So I think that Wall Street has already decided Ethereum is the chain they're going to build Wall Street onto. And it's lower than it was 5 years ago. Ethereum's been kind of
He's got significant Ethereum holdings, right? So obviously, and I have significant S holdings. So obviously I will say, actually S is where they're going to build Wall Street. It's so much faster and similarly no downtime. There's some funny comments below too, people pointing out like having to roll back the chain isn't considered downtime or...
Yeah, the top comment says, wait until they find out they have to pay $200 for gas.
Yeah. When there's a crisis too. Imagine that, dude. Imagine like the markets are crashing and you're frantically trying to offload your toxic asset. It's costing you $100,000 or whatever.
Dude, that just gave me PTSD from like last run when like you try to trade something and like that actually happened a lot now that I think about it, where it was like there'd be a token everybody's aping or selling or trading or whatever, and then you're trying to sell and everybody's trying to sell, and the network is not only not processing your TX, it's dinging you $100 every single time, even for the failed transactions. It's like that was total like nightmare fuel.
Yeah. How do we get Sonic to be part of these conversations? Well, I think in this instance, you'd have to have a guy who's as heavily invested as Tom is into S to say this kind of stuff. Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. I think I actually have like 2 points to add on to this. Like one is that seeing this video really echoes with what Ethereum Foundation has been pushing forward recently, because they were it's 10-year anniversary for Ethereum already, right? Mm-hmm. And then I remember watching their live stream and their roadmap and like how they talk about their enterprise team, which is the institutional sales team. They were pushing really heavily, talking to governments, talking to banks, and they said that for the past month they've talked to like 200 different banks, government agencies, and they actually don't ask what is Ethereum anymore. They are more interested in how to adopt, how to integrate with the tech. But I think one important thing to point out is that like the traditional capital market, they're like at least like 2 or 3 steps slower than how our industry has been progressing. So when they were thinking about, no downtime, and that's like so great, such a great invention for Wall Street, because that's the one step forward for them, but that's still like 2-3 steps behind us. And if they see that no downtime for Ethereum, which means that they are more acceptable, they're more accessible to other chains and the whole blockchain technologies, I think it's a great time to point it out that, okay, no downtime, it's a great to have, but also, like we said, low gas fee, a lot of other things like fast speed and a lot of other like great things to have, like so as it like on Sonic, it might be a better choice or it might be a better options. So I felt like they really open up the conversations and really drive the adoptions from the traditional market, which is great. And this is the time for us to come and play because like as an alternative or as another opportunity to tap in and look at. For example, for Sonic Foundations, the upcoming governance vote, it's about institutional adoptions and really tap into the US capital traditional market. So we can write this narrative and then pitch to different ETF, pitch to different funds and different deals and have the traditional money see us. And maybe that's something that we can take a bite of the pie.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a long, this whole thing, even like starting back with Ethereum, I mean, these things take time. And I think it's bullish even that we're seeing these kind of conversations, people even talking about, Wall Street and Ethereum in the same breath. So I think we're getting there. And yeah, Stinky here says, there are many use cases. If you want decentralization and security, Ethereum. If you're doing bulk TXs and need speed, S. Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously bulk TXs a big deal, speed a big deal, and also cost a big deal though, because Sonic's like one of the few networks that could like scale, something like Visa or, something like some kind of mass payment on chain with like finality and like everything. So, yeah, I mean, Sonic is like eyeing those markets and, we will surely be hearing more of that soon. But yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like obviously Sonic is totally primed to be in these kind of conversations.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I spaced out. I was gonna pivot, but then I was thinking I can't say that on air. I can't say what I was going to say on air. So we got to talk about something else. Now, this isn't the only thing. I think the ground is fertile right now, right? Is kind of what it seems like. And this is kind of what is part of the conversation around what Tom Lee is saying, and that like institution is ready. And politics is ready. Like society is ready to start integrating these things. And they're still a couple steps behind. Now, we all like to say we're all early, right? That used to be the thing to try and like bait people into buying something mispriced. But we are literally still early. And to that point, I wanted to point out a couple of things that were announced from like the White House. There's this thing, the executive order that came out. Well, I thought I had a better link than this. I guess this is just it though. But that's supposed to prevent unlawful debanking. Now, if you guys remember from previously on the Blockbytes channel even, we were talking about Operation Choke Point and these sorts of things where the government is trying to or was trying to choke out industries that were undesirable, but without making them explicitly illegal or making it illegal to participate in them. For example, things like pornography, payday loans, anything you might think is unsavory. Loaded into that was crypto. Now, Trump has written an executive order saying that they're not allowed to do that. And will actually work. And I'm actually not upset about this. You guys know me. I usually get very upset about oversteps of political power. But this initiative originally began through an executive order as well. Because how this whole thing has worked is they said to the Federal Reserve, any banks that get funds from the Federal Reserve, which is all of them, if you do business with these guys, these types of industries, we're going to cut off your Fed access. So now they're switching that. Now they're not allowed to do that anymore. It was also even less like it was so shifty, guys. Like because it wasn't like a hard and fast rule. It's kind of like when someone says like, if you do that, I'll be very upset, but not like I'll do something about it. Like it's like if your boss were to say like you need to do this by this hour, or something will happen.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's a big deal. I mean, I think the headline was like, this, this allows, this like officially allows bigger business, like in retirement funds and different funds that still were technically, either scared or, whatever to have to deal with this very vague thing, like you were talking about, the reputational risk. Very like Gary Gensler from Last Run feeling, where it's kind of like, okay, I can't do anything that weighs on reputational risk, but what exactly, what can I get away with, and what can I do and what can I not do,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is a big one because, like you're saying, Drac, it kind of paves the way for institutions to feel a lot more comfortable jumping in bed with these things because it makes financing more secure. But then also, like, for people that start businesses that are associated with crypto, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard stories from people where it's like, it's really hard for me to get a bank account for my business, my crypto business, or they froze my funds. I have $100,000 I can't pull out. So hopefully this mitigates some of those risks. You actually have to do something wrong now, hopefully, for them to freeze your funds.
Yeah.
Part of this whole idea of like, it's ready now, you know what I'm saying? And also, liquid staking is no longer considered a security. So we're sitting pretty, guys. Ethereum, this is part of why Ethereum's pumping so hard.
So yeah, I was going to share that tab as well. Liquid staking, not considered a security. So loopers rejoice. It's time for the loopers to win.
Yeah, finally, dude. Finally, some wins for some DeFi stuff specifically. Now, I think this is why. So this is obviously really good for Ethereum, right, guys? These EVM chains, these all L1 chains, is good for us too, right? I think this is where we can finally start to kill Ethereum, guys. What do you think? I think this is how Sonic kills Ethereum.
Gabby says, I'm looping.
Oh, yeah. Because we got some big things coming up on Sonic too, right?
Oh, yeah. So on that, what are we going to dive into here? Some of the eco news?
Yeah, I was thinking we could do... Yeah, let's do that, dude. We talk about Nansen being at Sonic Summit.
Oh, yeah. Pull that up. Pull that up, Jamie.
You got it. You got it, Joe. Wait, I'll do this. I'll share this screen, and then I can do so it's easier. Do you know this guy, Miumiu? Nansen, Alex Svanovic?
The CEO of Nansen.
Yeah. This is a big deal.
I mean, Nansen, it's very, very well known, basically like top one data provider.
Yeah. I've heard about a lot about them, but I don't know a lot about Nansen, to be honest. Is that embarrassing? Yeah,
they just give like advanced metrics, a lot of good data. It's such good data. I mean, it's literally like one of the only things that surprisingly I was compelled to like pay for, like it's like
You're paying for Nansen?
Like the product is like that good that I've paid for it in the past because like I like to have access to all this stuff. So that's gonna be pretty big. I mean, the Singapore summit is shaping up. I mean, that's coming. It's really not far now. I mean, September 29th to the 30th. So
in a month or two.
Yeah. So starting to see like some of the speakers shape up, starting to see some of these announcements. So and there's going to be a lot of ticket giveaways. So if anybody's going to be out there, I think the Singapore show goes around Singapore 2049. So yeah, if you're going to be out there and you want to go to the Sonic Summit, be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot of ticket giveaways and stuff coming soon.
Especially for students and hackers and like APAC community members, since we're quite out of touch and because we're very decentralized and we're out here like in North America for like 3 of us, and then other members we're not really located in APAC regions. So this is a great time that we can really connect locally and get to meet people locally, get to meet partners locally. And then for students and hackers, we will give like this type of lucky draw or runaway giveaway that we will actually fly you guys out to our Sonic Summit. And it's a very, very rare opportunities, and we hope to see people there.
Awesome. You know, that makes me also think that, we covered Miumiu joining us at the top of the show, but we did forget to mention one other thing, which was,
the most important one.
I not to up my own Yap score, but I have an article that I put out a couple days ago, and it's kind of just like, you can go to my X to look at it. It's long, so I'm not going to like read it all out here. But some of you are probably here today because you're on the Blockbytes channel and you're saying like, what is going on? There's something live, and there hasn't been anything live on here in like a year. We're really excited that Sonic Labs acquired the Blockbytes channel and has gifted it to GMSONIC, which really excited for. We're about to, it's going to be an entire channel of content. So, I mean, of course, it's now the home of GMSONIC, of course, the stream, you're seeing that right now. But we're going to have a whole suite of content, all kinds of stuff going on. And we're getting that rolling now. We're probably going to put out some feelers, see what the community wants. Maybe find a couple creators in the community. You'll be hearing more about that soon. But that's the idea, is just all kinds of content related to Sonic and just stuff, just constantly having things to learn about, to watch. We'll be able to talk DeFi strategies, news, builders, chats with the team, all that stuff. So, that was a huge deal. And we thank Labs for that. It all kind of came together. We were working on it, and then it all kind of came together really fast. So still kind of like, whoa, can't believe it happened. We're super excited, and you'll definitely be hearing more about it soon.
It's so great that we finally have this platform that we actually talk to communities, and we're always here. We're opening like the whole platform and the avenue for people to really engage with the lab team and really just make us more accessible.
Yeah, and that's like the whole idea, is like just, for those that were not around last run, Blockbytes had a show called FTM Alerts, and it was just like a huge, it was a huge tool for like onboarding. A lot of those videos are the reason that people came to Phantom, and then, are still here on Sonic, because, it allows for like other things. Like I said, we can do things like DeFi walkthroughs and yield and that kind of stuff, but also there's just people that necessarily don't know how to get to Sonic. And I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but an example I use is like, I guess that was early February, around there. There was like a big kind of like meme token pop on Sonic, and we're all used to be, if you're on Sonic, then you're probably used to, you probably interact with multiple EVM chains. You're used to like hopping around when there's something new, especially if you got something like Rabby, it's not hard to like kind of bounce around. But during this pop in February, it was very eye-opening, because I was amazed at how many people I was talking to they were coming in the chats, and, they were from like Solana or Aptos or Sui, and they were literally saying like, okay, Sonic, like, I want to come over there. Do I, like, is there a special wallet I get? Because these are people that they've been onboarded with something like Phantom Wallet, where all they've had to do is like get Phantom Wallet and load funds, and everything's handled right there, and they don't really interact with like a lot of other chains. So I think it's a great opportunity for that kind of content as well. Just kind of outreach, trying to show people, hey, it's really easy to get on Sonic. I mean, you get on here in 30 seconds, you just need to find out how,
Yeah, for sure. That's a big focus of the channel going forward, is back to this educational onboarding type content, because there's still a huge need for it. Maybe taking it for granted. We got too comfortable. And also, we want to be a community hub. We want to have this be a dialogue, right? I want this show to be fun, basically. Me personally, I want this show to be fun. I want to be chatting with you guys. I want to hear your stories, your Sonic stories. And to that end, we're also gonna add these, dude. I got this thing scrolling across the bottom here, dude. My hotline number. Give it a call and send us a message, dude. I'll read it on screen. I'll read it on air, or I'll play it on air. We'll screen them, and it can be as anonymous as you want.
Run that banner. So, yeah, like what I was gonna say was, on top of the number, which I think will in itself probably have some fun content. We have been discussing how, there will be a show dedicated to like feedback and questions. And it's like, you can submit anonymously. So we actually have it ready. It's at sonicfeedback.com.
Let's go.
Yeah, sonicfeedback.com. You can submit. I'll just, he says, what do you want? It gives you like a menu, I say suggestion. What would you like to share? Corval is a Chad. Thank you guys for everything you do. Because that's what you guys are going to say, is stuff like that. And boom, it's submitted. So literally tried to make it it's just sonicfeedback.com, not sonic.feedback.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad, guys.
Yeah, Zorg said
everyone to what my wallet draining site that I threw together.
Yeah, there you go. Zorg says the site's about to break. But yeah, sonicfeedback.com. Like I said, tried to make it so that you could just like get in really fast. It's literally, like I said, go to the page, pick what kind of comment, pick what, like whether it's feedback, suggestion, whatever, you pick that. Then you just literally write it in, hit send. It doesn't ask you for anything else, no login, no X handle.
And it's interactive. It's just like texting a friend.
Yes. You can talk to your little buddy here. Maybe that will also soften you up a little bit before you rip into us. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
how could you be mean to Goggles, dude?
But yeah, we need there you go. That's what we want right there. So 2 different ways to leave some feedback, leave some questions. There's literally a phone number. If you don't want to do the phone number thing, Corval, you might not want Corval to have your number. So, if you don't want to do that, sonicfeedback.com. Analyst says feedback fix Cato. That is something actually being worked on right now. I know a lot of people are asking about Yaps and what's going on with that. About to have a lot of info on the Yap campaign, trying to make some tweaks, trying to do some things here. So it's taking a little tinkering behind the scenes. I know I've told people once or twice that, updates are coming, but they are as soon as, we get everything 100% sorted out. So news on that soon. Orhan says dark mode, please. My eyes hurt. I will see if we can put dark mode on. I totally agree with you there.
I guess you're addicted to this dark mode. You got to have the light mode with the dark mode. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm always on light mode. Why people are
crazy
to dark mode?
Because it looks cooler, doesn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it kind of looks cool. I think the thing was, Miumiu, have you ever heard that thing where people said for a while, like light mode's bad for your eyes. Like it's bad to stare at that light all day. So people all switch to like dark mode.
Right. If it's too dark, it's like harder to see. It's harder to read, right?
I think it's easier to read dark mode personally. But maybe the analyst is right. It's because I don't go outside. Light mode is for people who go outside.
That makes sense. Yeah, but I was just like in the trenches and cramped in this room, quite trapped, like 12 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's better for you. Yeah, Benny says light mode maxi detected. So you've been called out.
Oh, wow. I've been caught out. Like, it's my first time on the stream, guys. Nicer.
Kong,
first episode exposed.
Yeah, Kong says everyone submit feedback that the feedback form needs dark mode.
Kong is going against me.
Yeah.
So Austin blew up. No, Austin just moved on to other things. We'll see about getting him back on, though, for some guest appearances, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to try to bring him on for an appearance sometime. Show him we still care. We still love him. If he gets a good reception, maybe he'll come back for real. You never know.
Maybe if you guys are actually fucking nice for once, I don't know. maybe you'll pick up the phone. I don't know. I'm kidding. Anyway, I want to show this too. Can you guys? Can I do this? You guys don't get mad at me. All right.
All right, let's watch.
Can someone forward the stream to Andre right now, real quick?
Are you posting?
Yeah, I can't loop this. I found this on some guy's Twitter, but I'm just gonna steal it.
Can we all repost it?
Yeah, let's do it. I think this is awesome, and this is kind of the vibe, dude. He's the final boss, right, of Ibiza of Sonic.
Please
Yeah.
share the link in the comments so that we can all go support the art.
He says
Yeah,
Andre is
specifically.
he's the final boss. That's right.
Let me find that guy. And he's gonna save the eco. He and Miumiu are saving the eco and Dracula. Not me though. I've got nothing to do with this, guys.
I'm here to beg for nicer comments so that people are softer on us.
Yeah, that was the plan. Actually, was like maybe we won't get clobbered, because I was gonna say I wanted to actually just have Miumiu on the screen and be like, when you're mean to Sonic, this is who you're mean to.
This is who you're mean to.
That's who you're being mean to. Okay, so you know,
see
take
that
it
kitty,
easy.
That kitty eating corn
I'm
post.
here.
I made?
I'm here with my
See?
Oh wow.
Yeah, see.
See?
Don't be mean to us,
And
dude.
then I have a little cat here.
Oh wow, I thought it was gonna be like Corval, and actually, I thought you were about to actually have a cat.
Nah, I don't have a cat. I wish I have.
Benny says, "Burger." I don't even want to say the word because I know I say it wrong. All right, help me out. Okay, Ibiza. I don't know. This is
I don't know how else we were supposed to pronounce it, dude.
Yeah, it is Ibiza.
okay.
He's just being British,
Or
dude.
I
Don't
am.
mind him.
I'm wrong.
Yeah. So exciting stuff.
Hi,
All
BBQ.
right, they're saying Ibiza. No way. No.
Oh, that makes sense because Spaniards pronounce. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. This might be offensive, but I'll say it anyway. Whatever. In the Latino community, the classic thing is, you know, we all talk shit about how we pronounce Spanish words, right? And like there's stereotypes about how like different people from different regions sound. Like Mexicans sound a particular way, Colombians sound a particular way. The thing about the thing about Spaniards is it all sounds like they have a lisp. That's to Spaniard people. The Mexicans will just say Spaniards sound gay because they all sound like they say Ibiza. Hola, ¿cómo está? Like that. They don't say the S's. They don't say the Z's. It's funny. Anyway. Offensive. Yeah, there you go. Chorito. Yeah, you got it. We should get a Spaniard on the stream, dude.
Do you speak Spanish, Drac?
A little bit, just from my region. I'm from the Southeast U.S., so it's not uncommon. Like basically, it's like if you learn another language, you learn Spanish. So I think I've taken 6 or 7 years of it, and you know, I can like wing it through a conversation. But yeah, if you don't like the way I say Ibiza, you're definitely going to hate my Spanish. You're going to hate it.
I tried speaking some Chinese in one of the telegrams the other day, and people were saying I sounded like I was like having a fit.
Wait,
Like,
did you really?
yeah, check this out. Wogo. Oh, no, I forgot it, dude. I forgot it. Wogo Rain. I was trying to say foreigner. I think it's Wogo Rain.
Why, Goran?
Why go ring? Yeah, why go ring?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can get
yeah.
away with Spanish though. I'm just Chinese.
Just Chinese.
I can say a few words because I watch SNL too much.
Mhm.
And then I remember there's a lot of like SNL Espanol type of like skits and sketch. It was really funny. And then I remember like Bad Bunny went up one times and he's like acting as a Spanish mom type of thing.
Mhm.
And he's always like mamacita, like something it's just and some curse words. So
The curse words are the most important in Spanish. If you know the curse words, you could probably get through most conversations, to be honest.
yeah, but I'm not sure if I should say it here, and then people won't meme it, and then be like a Chinese appropriating Spanish culture.
So save it for when we don't have enough viewers, you know? Oh, if we ever dip below 2,000, then we'll drop some, that'll get us some action again. But let's talk a little bit about the eco, guys. It's time. I think it's time.
for sure. We got a few things to talk about from the eco today. First and foremost on the list, Shadow switching the emission structure. Before, you used to earn X Shadow, which could then be converted to Shadow. With their X33 token stuff, you were an X Shadow. Then to convert to Shadow, you would take a 50% hit if you kind of like got out of your vest early. So I think this is like a big like feedback kind of thing. A large feedback sort of thing is, they've taken this into account that people have always just kind of been like, well, why don't you just give me Shadow and then I can decide what I do with it. So I think it's a good move. It's good optics, right?
Mm-hmm. So what was the reason for emitting it in X Shadow originally?
I can't even, it's been so long, I can't even remember, but, you would get the emissions as X Shadow, which then, X Shadow is the token you need to lock up, to, earn bribes and fees and all that kind of stuff. So the idea, I think, was, you could earn extra voting power compared to taking the 50% hit and being in Shadow. So, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I think that people for a long time have been like, I'd rather just get Shadow and I can decide if I want to, lock it into X Shadow or, use my rewards how I please, add liquidity, whatever. So, it's a pretty big change, though. Big system overall. So, yeah. I think it's looking good, honestly.
Well, hopefully the people appreciate it or happy with it. Reducing LP friction and simplifying the user experience. I'd say so. Although I was kind of happy. I was just turning all my shit into X33. Is that crazy?
No. Somebody says I need to see Stinky's passport.
Ice. Well, it's not just someone; it's the Ice Hunter, dude.
So, man, dude.
Stinky, run, bro. I don't know what to say, dude. Be careful.
Yeah, good thing I'm logging Stinky's IP address right now. So, you got about 10-minute head start, buddy.
Isn't there like a payout? Don't they have like a bounty if you turn in illegal aliens or something now? Look, we don't need to get too political. Anyway, moving on. PaintSwap burned 662,000 brush. Can you guys believe it? A lot of brush.
Yeah, man. I got a tab here. I'll share it. Big PaintSwap update. Stinky says I gotta go, guys. See you later. Big PaintSwap update. Now, this is significant because, as you know or may not know, PaintSwap developed the FNFT order book that launched with the airdrop. And if you look at their little breakdown here, Brush in like the Brush tokenomics, they have, an aspect where they burn tokens. And what they're trying to show you here is that, it's a small ratio in the scope of things, and I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I don't know, 1%, 2% of fees. I don't know, something. So apologies if I have that wrong. Oh, wait, here we go. Tamshi says 0.15% of the total supply. So what they're trying to show here, though, is not terrible numbers on the marketplace and Esper, $130, $300. But because the order book is part of their system, they have burned $9,000.
Wow.
Which, actually 9,920. So really closer to 10,000. So like in a week, basically. So that's pretty significant. So interested to see how the order book continues to play out.
A little data adding here, like within 1 week, I think the FNFT trading volume surpassed like 1.4 million. So wow. It was a great time and like a very good UX experiences on the PaintSwap, like airdrop order book as well. It was just fun, like trading and playing around with it. No downtime, no like no like bad experiences. And then we reached like 1.4 million trading volume within a week. And then now we can see that they burn almost like 10K, like US dollars within a week. And I think it's just all very fantastic. It really show the power and the liquidity and the actions and the activities on Sonic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the order book truly, I've said it before, it's a good time just because it kind of brings me back to my days of, before DeFi even, where all you really had were centralized exchanges to trade tokens on and stuff. So I miss that order book format, and just kind of like a sign of the times as well. We're just seeing a lot more clubs out there, which this isn't quite the same as as perps or whatever, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you said, it's like everything's just crazy fast, it's instant. It kind of just shows you also like what Sonic is capable of in terms of, you could use an order book like this and it feels like you're on a centralized exchange. It's so fast. So that's what you want, and that's like I've said since Sonic's inception, I would hope to see a lot more order book type stuff coming out there, because we actually have the finality to pull that off properly.
Yeah, I think there's a huge opportunity here. And again, even just looking at the numbers, right? It's a huge difference in terms of product demand. I think there's a huge opportunity here for PaintSwap. I'm excited to see where it goes, dude. I think these clubs might save us. Saki Gesgen here says, Sonic's max supply is still shown as unlimited on CoinMarketCap. Why? It was said to be 1-to-1 with Phantom. Seeing the unlimited supply makes investors afraid to buy Sonic.
This needs to be fixed. We'll have our marketing team to fix the MCM info.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Good point to bring up, because I've never even heard about that. So, yeah, we'll get that forwarded, get that fixed. Yeah. I know that, for somebody not familiar with Sonic, they probably see infinite supply and are like, I don't know about that. So yeah, that's a good thing to get tweaked.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Another ecosystem win I wanted to celebrate here real quick was, it's been a good week. Well, I got something from Amped Finance here. I got to do it like this.
Use the form.
Use the form.
Good answer, Benny.
Please, I need a sign. I'll tap the sign. SonicFeedback.com.
Amped Finance. It's been a good week for LPers and AMP stakers. All protocol revenue is being distributed entirely to these parties. They're the third on Sonic Labs for 7-day revenue. So congrats to them. Pretty new, and they're rocking it, right? New to Sonic, at least.
Yeah. I mean, protocol revenue, obviously very significant. As we've talked about this on the show before, how it was always kind of wild that, especially last run, there were just things most protocols were actually operating. If you wanted to look at actual revenue versus what they were, having to expend, almost every business would be in the red, So it's impressive for Amped, based on their volume and their TVL to, be third and earned revenue this week. So shout out to Amped.
So we got this question. It's kind of interesting. Sorry. I mean, yeah, shout out to Amped. I didn't mean to get distracted. I just saw this guy, Gaios Vasconcelos. I don't know how to pronounce this. But how would deep, I feel bad. It's covering up Miumiu's face when I put up the comment. Let's switch to this real quick. How deep would the connection between Sonic and Sonic Strategy be? Let's say Sonic's entry into NASDAQ is directly linked to Sonic Strategy. Can you talk a little bit about that? So personally, I mean, I don't know if you guys have more information than I do, but I would say this. I don't work for Sonic Strategy, so I don't know. I don't think they are very closely connected in that way. I don't think they're formally, they're formal business entities, married in a way or anything like that.
No, they're two separate entities for sure. And Strategy actually operates only in Canada right now. Yeah.
So they're not even in the NASDAQ.
But I get the question, right? But yeah, Sonic Strategy is currently only in Canada. I don't know if that means they'll make their way to the US, but yeah, they are two separate entities. I'm sure they have some form of communication because, the Sonic Strategy, their whole thing they're working on is very bullish and very good for Sonic. So But yeah, two separate entities, and Sonic Strategy right now is only based out of Canada. So we'll keep an eye on it, though. It's a good question.
Yeah, good question. I love the interest too, right? Because that's one of the things I'm most bullish on. The Sonic Strategy. I love that guy, dude.
This is a little baby step, not really baby step. It's a huge step forward for us to really enter the traditional market. But there's more. There are for sure more to come. And as like I feel like you two answered it perfectly. It's operating in Canada. They're totally separate entities, totally separate teams. For sure, we're in contact with them because it's for sure like helping the whole Sonic ecosystem and helping Sonic in general. But we are definitely not like tied up like belongs to the same parent family or anything.
Oh, and we got the boss man Michael Kong in the house, so he's got a little answer for you actually. So he says Sonic Labs and Sonic Strategy are two independent entities run by different individuals. Sonic Strategy runs a publicly listed company buying S through TSX, SPTS, TZ, I mean, sorry. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I love Kong being here. Able to answer the hard questions.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to MK.
That's right.
Master Kong. Now, another eco spotlight here, if you guys are ready for it.
Ready.
You guys prepared? You guys ready
prepared.
to talk about clams?
Yeah.
One of these is I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. Regarding clams, they're live on Sonic. RE clams, readjusting concentrated liquidity, developed by Balancer. Okay, so this is kind of brand new to me, guys. I'll be honest with you. But that sounds really, really good for a guy like me. Readjusting concentrated liquidity. So this is different than having a liquidity manager, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, they're from what I know about it right now, you basically they readjust automatically, right? So it allows your position, like in this case, you actually don't even have to make a position. You just deposit and they take care, the system takes care of the CL position stuff for you. And so what they're saying is that, it keeps your position always earning. And it also saves you from having to deal with constantly readjusting your position. You're always going to be in good range, always earning. And then this third point is a good point because it's saying you get actual fungible ERC20 LP tokens. So that what that means is that when you go to Paint Swap, you won't have 100 CL NFTs in your wallet, having to, deal with that. Which, just them being ERC20 tokens also just allows for, other flexibility compared to using the NFTs. And then, further down here, trustless, no, doesn't require an oracle. And of course, big thing is just, this is essentially CL working with the balancer system. So it handles all the complicated stuff for you, long story short.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's making it work kind of like regular basic LPing, right? Like back in the good old days, I didn't have to come in and set a range or anything. I just threw money, just hit a button and entered a vault, and then just counted my money going down to impermanent loss. I'm curious to see how this will work with impermanent loss if it's constantly adjusting for you. Like, does that just like mitigate it like entirely if it's just constantly readjusting the position? Or because like one of the big things with concentrated liquidity, right, is you oftentimes will end up single-sided in an asset when you go out of range. Is that just like never going to happen now, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically the idea is just, like I said, it's kind of, it's more passive in terms of your deposit. You deposit a token, you earn your fees, you pull your token out, so it's not the same as like CL where, if you get wiped one way or the other, you're only in one token. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you said, where it's like, you have kind of like the ease and, less time and everything that you would have just kind of like depositing normal liquidity. And it's, handling all the stuff for you in the background. So, yeah, big accomplishment for the Beats team. And I'm going to probably check that out after the show, man. It's like you got to, I think that sounds like a nice product to me.
Yeah, I'm digging it. And if we look, they already have 2 pools live that are using this. There's the USDC wrapped ETH reclam. Okay. Pretty fat APRs here. And especially if this is why I'm like so interested, right? Because like pairing USDC and ETH right now is kind of scary because of the price action on ETH, right? But if it's readjusting for me, and I get 100%. I don't know. That's kind of good, dude. And then they also have the Wrapped S USDC pool here, 118% APR. So yeah, guys, and these are also qualifying for points. So go ahead, give them a try.
Yeah, really juicy.
Boom. What else we got today? I think we're coming up. We're over the hour, but do we have anything else to cover today?
Con just answered a question for us.
Oh yeah. Orhan asked when next Miumiu, and Kong says Miumiu has ended.
You're supposed to say use the form.
Yeah, use the form.
Well,
so
there's Kong giving you a definitive that has been asked a good bit. Is there going to be another Meme Mania? You know, I don't know if it had ever been put out there if there would be a Meme Mania. I guess what, 3 now, or would that be 4? Either way, now you know. Kong says use the form if you disagree.
Yeah, there you go. Now, Miumiu, were you trading memes? Like, were you big on memes?
I'm not big on memes, but I have derp, I have goggles, I have quite a few.
Okay. You ever get into like the weirder ones out there? What was the weirdest meme you bought? Can you remember? Like on DGen Express or Fat Finger or anything like that?
I don't think Moth is a weird one, right?
That's a cool one.
Moth's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
They got good memes.
Yeah, they got good ones.
We'll see. DeFi Maximus, will Andre ever be a guest? Yeah, just pull up the form and fill that out, and I hope so. Yeah, I hope he will. You know, we gotta clean up our act a little bit before Andre comes on here. I think, you know.
Yeah, he's a real serious guy. He doesn't want us making jokes, cracking, and smiling.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Who's been on?
He wants this, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna get put in the gulag after he sees that. So.
Yeah. Now, Sockley put this in this one needs to go in the form, dude. Comments should be disabled on important X posts. It's true. But yeah, I think that's about it, right? What else?
That's it for today. Man, Miumiu handled it like a champ on your feet. I think this is going to be good.
Yeah.
Kong says Andre is alive and working hard for everybody right now. So
don't worry.
How Zorg is thinking, dude. We should.
Ooh, now Zorg is onto something here. Yeah, we need to tokenize the feedback site traffic. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I think we gotta have a show token eventually, dude. We got to. We'll figure one out. I promise you that. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all we have for today. Next week, Tuesday. Do we have a guest lined up for Tuesday already, or I think we're still working on it.
We're working on it.
Yeah, we're in talks with people. But so it'll be the same time though, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday and Friday. Our new time, same place though. Well, different YouTube channel, but same X. Okay. Wow, it's getting complicated. Let's throw up well, I guess it's more on X. If you're watching this on YouTube, you obviously know where to watch it. Come back here at 12 p.m. Tuesday. And yeah, be sure to leave your feedback on that form. General Sonic feedback on the show, or leave us a voicemail. I'm really eager to hear.
I really want to hear voicemails. So, like I said, there's no numbers are being collected or call from a payphone or something. But yeah, leave a voicemail or go to sonicfeedback.com because we're about to start using this for a lot of things. Like I said, we're going to have a whole stream dedicated to just going through some of these submissions. When we have chats with the team, we're going to pull some stuff from that bag. So yeah, we're hoping to get a lot of stuff from there. So get to clicking. Analyst says Corval's going to regret the VM. I don't think so. I think he's going to love it.
Yeah, you guys have no idea. This is gonna skyrocket my career, dude. This is gonna
His actual phone. That's like his actual phone number. So you're actually just calling Corval's cell.
Yeah.
So
blow me up, dude. You know, make my my girlfriend think I'm popular. You know.
Yeah. We already got good addition of Miu to the show. Congrats. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
Love Miumiu.
Yeah. So I think that's it for today, though. We'll be back Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, and we will see you guys then. Looking forward to it.
Adios.
Yeah.